internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward.
Take on it.
There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over Swift one day?
Well,
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of 24 Hours of Crypto. Let's get right into today's video. This episode is going to completely leave you stunned. The information we're going to go over today not only is going to make you so bullish on XRP, you're going to understand exactly how this value is going to go up. There's going to be so much demand for XRP, not just from a cross-border payment perspective, but from actual financial products that are going to be designed, and XRP will be leveraged because physical XRP would be required. Sit back, relax. This one's going to have you just on a completely different level after you're done watching this episode, okay? So you do not want to miss a second of this. I tweeted this out moments ago saying the 24-hour volume for XRP is about 6.2 billion XRP. That is 10.83% of the circulating supply, okay? You got to really let that sink in, ladies and gentlemen, because that pretty much just proves to you that either, you know, everybody has to kind of throw their XRP in here or the value of XRP has to go higher. So right now it is a $15 billion 24-hour volume, and that is about 6.2 billion XRP that is being utilized right now in the ecosystem. That is a lot of the current circulating supply, which is 57.8 billion XRP. And remember, we haven't seen XRP unleashed yet. Let's set the tone in today's episode and take a listen to what the Bitwise CEO says here, okay, in regards to Bitcoin reaching $200,000 by the end of 2025, December, this time next year. And remember what I always say on this channel, this time next year is going to be, we are going to be at a completely different ecosystem for this whole crypto market, right? You could kiss these prices goodbye because these are going to be numbers that we are never, ever, ever going to see again by this time next year. Very important for you guys to understand. So take a listen to what he says here.
12 months from now, Matt, you know, it's December 2025. We're talking here. Bitcoin is where, Matt? What do you forecast?
We're going to have, it's great to be here. We're going to have the same conversation that Bitcoin has had an incredible run. We expect Bitcoin to be up above $200,000 by this time next year. There are just three irrepressible sources of demand driving the market. You have ETFs that are vacuuming up Bitcoin. You have public companies like MicroStrategy vacuuming up Bitcoin. And now we're talking about governments vacuuming up Bitcoin. At the end of the day, it comes down to supply and demand. There's too much demand, not enough supply. And so I think the price goes higher in 2025.
If that happens, you could expect XRP to be handsomely trading above, you know, $11, $12 by this time next year on a very, very conservative scale, ladies and gentlemen. You guys do not understand what is being set up behind the scenes here, right? We could only speculate, but these guys have a massive agenda and they are not holding back. And soon you're going to hear Trump's son telling you how bullish he is on crypto and how this year, you know, and next year there's going to be a big leap, you know. And what really, really frightens me the most is investment advisors, institutions right now are lying to their customers and they're trying to put them into Bitcoin ETFs. Think about it. If you're new into this ecosystem and you go to the bank and they're only going to give you Bitcoin ETFs and they're going to let you not have a chance in, you know, XRP, Solana, BNB, Dogecoin, right? But what they're going to do is they're going to create baskets where you're going to be able to buy that and you're going to have Ethereum, Solana, BNB all included in that basket of assets.
You're not necessarily needing for retirement, what you're comfortable losing.
Many advisors are reluctant to recommend crypto. In April 2024, when crypto prices were half of what they are right now, an annual survey of 2,000 financial advisors by Cerulli Associates found that more than half of advisors, 59%, said they don't use cryptocurrencies or plan to in the future. while more than a quarter said they don't use it now but expect to in the future. About 12% of financial advisors said they use cryptocurrencies based on clients' requests, yet less than 3% of advisors said they use crypto based on their own recommendations. Now, deciding what type of crypto assets to recommend may come down to this.
It's truly depending upon what the client is looking to achieve and how easy they feel in navigating this market. If they're looking for an easy solution, ETFs might be the best way to go.
Experts say whether to have crypto in your portfolio depends on your risk tolerance and your goals, like any investment.
Okay, so, I think the question is how much cryptocurrency appropriate for someone to have in their portfolio. I think probably on a percentage basis.
On a percentage basis, the advisors we talk to who are recommending crypto say never more than 1% to 5%.
Right.
But really, they're encouraging their clients to understand how it works, what the risks are, and if they're not comfortable, then they're saying maybe you don't need to have crypto in your portfolio. But that is that 1% to 5% is what they're suggesting, and what they're suggesting to make clients more comfortable is the ETFs. Right. Many of them are saying Bitcoin ETFs are the way to go.
That is crazy to me. They're saying 1% to 5%, right? 1% to 5%. And you heard what the CEO of Bitwise said about, $200K for Bitcoin. Think about that. That is just monumental because remember, they're the ones that filed for their XRP ETP exchange traded product. And keep in mind that this is going to be a physical backed ETP.
We haven't seen what it can do, because the company Ripple has been engaged in this difficult lawsuit with the SEC, which is sort of like trying to operate with two arms tied behind your back. I think if we fast forward a year into the future, if we get positive developments in that space, you'll see XRP unleashed.
And with these ETPs, when you have them physically backed, that means they require physical XRP. And later on this video, I'm going to play an episode that we made a couple months ago breaking this down, and the value of XRP was at 57 cents at the time. So when you guys are watching this, really, really listen carefully to how bullish this is. And before we get into the breakdown, take a listen to what Trump's son says here about how crypto is just going to have, he's very bullish on crypto and how it's going to take a big leap, ladies and gentlemen. We're in for a wild ride, and right now the markets are dumping as we speak. It just started doing this. XRP is down 11%. It was at like $1.31. And, if you're worried about these price actions, and if you're worried about this price action, you don't understand anything that's about to happen. That's the sad part, because this time next year, which, I feel like a broken record now, these prices, people are going to dream about them getting in this early.
Specifically, what the next administration is going to do in crypto as well. I know this is something that you're firmly focused on. It's something that the CNBC viewer is focused on as well. What steps will the president take to position the U.S. as a leader in the global crypto market?
Yeah. Well, I've been a big fan of crypto for a long time, and so has my father. And I think he realizes that every country in the world is embracing it, and people are running. Look at where we are right now in Abu Dhabi. They're putting billions of dollars into crypto, into kind of digital technologies. And if we don't do it as America, we're going to be left behind. And he wants to make America the crypto capital of the world. He's been very, very clear with that. And why does it? There is nothing on blockchain that can't be done better, faster, substantially cheaper, not pushing paper. The banking system that we have around the world, the modern banking system, is antiquated.
It's antiquated, and it's just a matter of time before really crypto not only catches up, but just really leaps ahead.
And so we're incredibly excited on a lot of fronts, and I think America will be the crypto capital of the world. And I fully support it. My father fully supports it. Our family, is fully embracing it. We believe in DeFi. We believe in CeFi.
And the best part about all this is the SEC versus Ripple case hasn't even ended yet, and XRP is handsomely trading at $2.34. The stablecoin legislation hasn't even passed yet. RLUSD is live, and it has, give or take, $500,000 in the last 24 hours for volume. Ladies and gentlemen, do you understand how that is just peanuts? And when we come back to this, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, this is going to have a 24-hour volume of billions of dollars. And I'm being very, very conservative here, right? This ecosystem is going to blow up exponentially, and a lot of people are going to miss out on this opportunity. Like this time next year, I'm telling you right now, if you heard me say that so many times, and if you don't take action, I want to live rent-free in your head for the rest of your life. That's just how it is. These prices right now are absolute joke. You know, if you're praying for this to come down to buy cheaper, pray, because we all want to get in better entries. But if you're praying on crypto to just come down and you're not going to accumulate, you just want it to like not succeed, you're gonna fail, because this crypto ecosystem is gonna kaboom with or without you. So either you get in now or you buy in at expensive prices. Now we're gonna get into the video of how there is gonna be an XRP shortage when there is more demand for XRP, especially from these institutional grade custodians, where they're going to utilize XRP as for their exchange traded products, right? Where they're going to require physical XRP. And going back to my tweet saying, you know, right now the 24-hour volume for XRP is 6.2 billion. That's 10% of the circulating supply. That's a lot, ladies and gentlemen. That is a lot. So just take a listen to this, because it will blow your mind, okay? And don't worry about the value of XRP at the time. It was 57 cents, but it was filmed a couple months ago. But the importance of this and the explanation here, you cannot miss, okay? You have to watch this again to really understand the importance of, you know, when demand comes here, the XRP's value will skyrocket, right? There's many use cases here for XRP. This is gonna completely blow your mind and open up your eyes like you've never opened them before. Your eyes might even fall out. In today's episode, I'm going to give you a clear explanation of the filing that was proposed to the CFTC in order to get the listing of XRP US dollar future contracts. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you guys want to go read it yourselves. But I'm going to give you a clear explanation on what we are going to see in the near future. Remember, they mentioned that in no case may a market participant own or control more than 1,200,000,000 XRP. And if we go on the XRP scan website and we look at the XRP distribution, max supply of 100 billion, realistically 100 billion XRP is not enough. There isn't enough XRP out there. And I'm telling you, people are going to get blindsided very, very aggressively. 39.1 billion is locked up in escrow. 60.8 billion is currently in circulation. And that is not accounting the lost XRP on ledgers or other devices. And keep this 60 billion XRP in circulation in mind, because it's going to come in handy. You're going to see the scarcity, you're going to see the demand, and you're going to see how the value of XRP in the future is going to increase based off of its utility alone, and then other financial products that it's going to assist with. Strap in, here we go. I'm so excited for this one. Each market participant, bank, or entity is limited to holding a maximum of 1.2 billion XRP US dollar futures equivalent contracts, net long or short, across all contract months. What does this mean? Okay, I'm going to explain it to you. Example for clarity. Imagine Bank A wants to hold XRP future contracts across multiple months. And we're only utilizing one bank right now, right? One bank. January, Bank A holds 200 million contracts within the 300 million monthly limit. February, Bank A holds 300 million contracts within the 300 million monthly limit. March, Bank A holds 100 million contracts within the 300 million monthly limit. So now, total all months, we have January, February, March. They have accumulated 600 million contracts. And what's very, very important here is Banks A total in 600 million contracts, which is within 1.2 billion overall cap. So now if Bank A tries to hold in April and May additional 300 million contracts, their new total is going to come up to 1.2 billion contracts. So now Bank A is overall at the cap of 1.2 billion contracts across all these months. Okay? If you guys need to rewind and listen to this again, because it is a lot to take in and understand, especially for individuals that have zero, any kind of financial literacy, if you would want to call that.
Scenario with 30 entities. Remember, we just use Bank A. Each bank or entity is restricted to a maximum of 300 million XRP futures on a given month. If all 30 entities maximize their monthly positions, the total would be 9 billion contracts. Remember, these are physically XRP settled. As they approach the delivery month, each entity's limit drops to 60 million contracts. Therefore, if all 30 entities maintain their maximum positions, the total would be 1.8 billion contracts. Regardless of monthly, delivery month, or delivery period limits, each entity cannot hold more than 1.2 billion contracts in total across all contract months. Implications for XRP demand holding. Listen to this. Given the physical settlement nature of the contracts, entities must hold or acquire XRP to meet delivery obligations. This results in sustained demand for the actual XRP token, influencing the market by potentially reducing the circulating supply. And we have 60 billion. And we just tested out with just 30 entities all coming together, 9 billion XRP. Sustained demand from these entities will lead to a higher base price for XRP as the market adjusts to the increased institutional participation. Very important when I said in the past, there's going to be a base price, and in my opinion, that $100 XRP base price is going to be laughed at because it's going to be such a minuscule amount. And remember what they said back in 2017 about once they see everybody utilizing XRP and they see the efficiency in it, then guess what? They're all going to start using it.
But the relation between the ability to use them for that and the price that they have to have. Because like a few months ago, I spoke with Miguel Villas, the head of XRP markets at Ripple. XRP is Ripple's cryptocurrency that we've been talking about. And he said, before he could even really have that conversation with banks to encourage them to use this as an on-demand liquidity tool, the market cap needed to be much higher, the transaction volume needed to be much higher, and there needed to be more exchange partners. So if it's just being used kind of for transmission like that, what does that imply about the price versus some of the kind of the retail use case or speculative use cases that
price is going to go up? No, look,
and how far away
the honest answer is I don't know. Bitcoin and Ethereum, I don't know what the driver of value is there. I think, in fact, when you look at Bitcoin, the initial adoption of Bitcoin is all about retail, and that didn't pan out. And suddenly you have millions of people who hold it. They're just going to hold it. So what's become the use case for Bitcoin is just a store of value, and I think that will persist. And somehow they landed on that, and that's maybe going to persist into the future. But XRP, it's really about this very fundamental driver of demand. Yeah, I mean, if XRP is going to be inserted deeply into the financial system, the market cap has to be orders of magnitude bigger. It has to be able to support institutional flows in the orders of magnitude of trillions of dollars. Today it's a lot smaller. I think it's right around $30 billion. But when you look at
the market cap, I thought, or are you talking about the transaction volume?
The market cap of so there's 100 billion XRP, and the market cap it's trading around 30 cents. So it's about $30 billion. So yeah, I mean, I think that the current users and sort of the crawl, walk, run of growing the capital market, if you will, around XRP is going to be about fundamental demand, and that comes from companies like Veeam. And as more companies like Veeam start to use XRP and use digital currencies in their funding flows, they're going to be putting a massive amount of pressure on banks and larger financial institutions to start using this as well, or they're going to be toast.
This is a marathon, not a sprint. And I know I am 100% certain that the value of XRP is going to increase. It's going to hit $10, $20, $30, $40, $100. It will flip Bitcoin $100. People just don't see it. But for the ones that do, congratulations in advance. We may sound like a broken record, but we really are not. We're just trying to get the word out there. And in today's episode, I just gave you an example of 30 entities coming together, and you saw the demand and how much XRP would be required to get this going.
But as they enter the market, you have fixed supply, increasing demand. You don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen. But as they enter the market, you have fixed supply, increasing demand. You don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen.
Like, this is absolutely insane. And for them to even put a cap at 1.2 billion, that just shows you that what they're pre-planning and what they're adjusting the market for, right? Like, a lot of thought goes into this, a lot of planning. Like, this is a document that's going to the CFTC for approval. When the snowball effect is about to happen, and you could talk all the shit that you want, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. What bothers me is individual stupidity and their low IQ of not being able to understand stuff like this, even when we spoon feed them with logical explanation. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. There isn't enough XRP for retail. Just wait until everything gets picked up. This is going to be immaculate. It's what we're about to witness, and I'll say it again, we have never witnessed it before. Remember when I used the Tesla reference in terms of, nobody could have predicted self-driving cars back in 2000. You would have been called crazy. We're living through the same times. And this market is so small. It is a baby. It is a baby. And I cannot wait for all of us to be here when we're at like 10 trillion, 20 trillion, 15 trillion. It's going to be amazing. And I'm so happy that we're all a part of this journey. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with another video.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch. I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token. But as they enter the market, you have fixed supply, increasing demand. You don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen. You have fixed supply, increasing demand. You don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen. You have fixed supply, increasing demand. You don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen. Don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen. Don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen. Don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen. Don't have to go to MIT to know what's going to happen.